For me, Lord Shiva was always a way of life. I always believe that there is some reason for him to call me to this part of the Brahmagiri Hills and make something that will relate to him in a very big way and create a place for someone to come, meditate in the midst of the Brahmagiri Hills and leave everything out here in peace and meditate in a way that nothing is yours in this earth. Everything belongs to him. These were the things that kept on coming into my mind. And I don't know, in a way, Lord Shiva was always there, looking at me, guiding me in some other way. Whenever I used to think about something, he was there with somebody in front of me. Whereas this beautiful temple is concerned, Sudhir was sent to me.
See, for an architect, getting a call to build a temple itself is a kind of a blessing. When I received the call from him, he said, we want to build a temple. That is the first word he said. Then the whole conversation taken to the next step. What kind of a temple? From what kind of temple to what material we want to use? From what material, what is the concept? So we want to build a replica of the old temple or the kind of a, which is a really architectural monument.
Earlier concept was just to have a temple that's half underground and half on top. I said, no, Sudhir, this is not what I want. I want, if we are creating something, we have to create something unique out here that's next to our Trambakeshwar temple. Being one of the 12 Jyotirlingas out here, let's create a 13 Jyotirlinga. So how do we create that?
कुङ्कुम चन्दनलेपितलिङ्गं पङ्कजहार सुशोभितलिङ्गं सञ्चित
There was some kind of magnetic force that I used to feel when I used to see a Shivlingam, and I started collecting it.
You can say instead of collecting, it was coming towards him, like from Narmada river and from Spatika Lingam and all, which was like a unique lingam and all. So he has started collecting it. See, he wants to build a temple for that.
So initially I wasn't surprised because my dad is filled with big ideas. At this point I was in college, I was in New York, and he was hinting like, you're gonna be running the show. So like he was already setting up the basis of it. But when he mentioned the temple, I was like, damn, okay. I was added to this group chat called Sathyam, Shivam, Sundaram.
When I found out it's going to be a temple, I didn't know how to react to this because it was a complete new sector altogether for me. Like I just graduated a couple of years back and Mr. Vishwas involved me in this project. And it's been an amazing opportunity, to be honest, like just to graduate and have this immersive experience over here.
I said, we need to do something that in a way that it's not above the ground. It has to be below the ground. And not everybody can see it at one go. You need to go down, experience him, take his blessings, receive his energy. This is what I wanted anybody and everybody who comes to my temple to use that energy and bring it into him and feel the change that they have. That is always in my mind.
Usually when we say underground temple, that has a different aspects, like whatever we build underground in our Vedic scripts doesn't have any doshas. Doshas means if something mistake happens also, there is no dosha for that.
We discussed on creating something, a marvel, and immediately it struck to him ki, why not we design Lord Shiva temple within a lotus.
Lotus is a spiritual symbolism in our ancient Vedic architecture, even in Vedic spiritual aspects also. So in a design development stage, we have taken a concept into the next level, like Kalasha. So how we can interpret the Kalasha into petals of lotus.
And I made it very clear to Professor Sudhir that we need to see at the main Garbhagriha, there should be any kind of electricity. It can be on the periphery, but inside the Garbhagriha, no electricity. So the energy should be there within it.
So when we started excavating, the ground was very clear, okay, and as soon as you go down, it was a surprise for us to see the rock. And I said, okay, what to do now? So the whole idea of underground temple, it might stop now.
It's nature, like it's unexpected. You cannot put a pin on what are you going to get next. To break this rock open was a task.
He said, no, let's not stop it. Let's excavate. We excavated with the machinery. Then again, it was becoming harder and harder. With the breaker and other things we have used, and we started excavating. We have reached to the required depth.
Once we started digging, there was a lot of water percolation that happened.
We thought, okay, because of the rainy season, there might be a water route. Even after rainy season, it is coming. Then we started excavating, we are cleaning it and all. We finally ended up, we saw one space where water started collecting it.
So the moment I saw it, I told Sudhir, and that too, it was like a triangle shape. It was like Lord Shiva himself has kept his foot out there, and water is oozing out from there. That is one of the wonders of this temple.
So in a stone, we thought we'll go for a Makrana marble. So that is the first initial idea what we have decided. And we started searching for these kind of, where it is available. So what kind of alternate we have for a Makrana marble. So we have visited lot of quarries. So it is not only I have visited, he has also himself also visited. He wants to see what kind of a marble he wants to get it for his temple.
Going to the mines, how the rocks are being cut from there, whether the size that we want, as per our drawing, a single rock is possible or not. Apart from that, a vendor who's going to manufacture it or cut it, whether he's got the expertise into it.
So we are not satisfied. So it was kind of a disappointment for us. So we are unable to finalize the material and all. And suddenly he said he knows one of his friend, Kiran Trivedi. They runs a factory in Rajasthan from Ahmedabad. So why can't we discuss with them? So when we discussed with them, he said, no, I can do it, because they are all fully equipped with all kind of machineries, and they are known for their perfections. Then he has showed us one quarry which he was running it, which is an underground quarry. It's like it's the first in India, they are saying, they're quoting. So it's 200 years old quarry, which is of white marble.
I think one day I get a call saying that, okay, we found the perfect rock. It has the perfect amount of white. It's pure, pristine, and it can hold the entire weight of what we are visualizing, of the temple that we had a vision for.
And it's balancing on its own, so you don't need to do a foundation also for that. So now it's balancing well, so we'll go with one single stone, one petal, and that's how the 9 petals came out there. So that's how the lotus temple, then the Sri Yantra, On top of the temple, he got it done. Then we had the Kailash Parbat, that came into the picture. Then the Ashtalakshmi. It's really surprising how all these things happened. It came to the site, we have done it, and in 2 months' time, we had got the installation done. It was such a big thing that that a temple of this scale is being made out here. But we have not taken any kind of spiritual guidance. And that making a temple is not a joke. That there has to be somebody who needs to be a guiding force for you. So that was always playing in my mind. And one day, out of the blue, Sadhguru's go-to man calls me, asking me, oh, I'm building this temple and I want to meet him. He says, come over.
Like when we have designed the temple, it was an octagonal on the outer side. When Sadhguru saw the design, he said, no, remove the octagonal, make it curve or circular. So we never questioned. So then when we are doing a research, we understood there is a kind of an energy flow. It will become smooth. So that is the reason he was telling, make it circular. He has told Vishwas, so he will give the lingam to this temple. He will consecrate the lingam for this temple. That was really a turning point.
So this lingam is made of solidified mercury, capsuled in copper, and the base is made of brass, which is filled with the bhasma.
One fine day he called, he said, I sent you a picture, so you see that. So let's go for the serpent with the 7 heads. Okay, let's do the base with that.
Everybody's got a lingam, but a lingam on a serpent nobody's got. So start designing on this.
So for that base that's with the Makrana marble, so for that also initially they said we will make it with the 2 stones, because people usually the tendency is like no, aisa nahi ho jayega. So you have to go with some kind of additional ideas with the workers or the sculptures or something like that. He said, no, I want with the single stone. So finally, everybody has agreed. So we have gone with the single stone. This is one single stone for the entire serpent. That was really amazing part.
The team from Isha Foundation, 12 Swamijis were deputed by Sadhguru. They came along with the lingam. Before you lay any deity, you have to put a Ashtabandhana. So the Ashtabandhana is a mix of plants and herbs with which they make a paste. The paste was laid, the lingam was placed out there, and it was covered on the first day. Sadhguru told me, Vishwas, I have given my son to you. Please take care of him.
My favorite ritual. So every morning there are like these little brahmacharis, like pandits, that come by.
Brahma Murari Surachida Lingam Nirmala Bhashida Shobhida Lingam Janmaja Dukkha Vinashada Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam Deva Muni Pravarachida Lingam Kamadaham Karunakara Lingam Ravana Dakpa Vinashana Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam सर्वसुगन्धिसुलेपितलिङ्गं बुद्धिविवर्धनकारणलिङ्गं सिद्धसुरसुरवन्दितलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् कनकमहामणिभूषितलिङ्गं फलिपरिवेष्टितशोभितलिङ्गं दक्षसुयज्ञविनाशनलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम्
So the whole landscape design in and around the temple is designed by Anita Naik.
So everything has been created. Even the space has been the landscape. The designer, she has also thoughtfully she has planted all the species here, which provoke all our senses with the fragrance, with the kind of visual thing, everything. So as you enter, all your senses will be activated, and you are passing through the Kailash Parvat there. So when you are passing through the Kailash Parvat, you can see the lingam also at the backside. You can just take a pradakshina, you can sit, relax, and from that Kailash Parvat, with the Vishnu backdrop, you can see the temple. Okay, there is a temple. So it is all symbolically, it's saying, okay, you purify yourself, you leave your materialistic world and come to me.
So you got to imagine that it is not Vishwas who has done this. It is some force that's right behind you. Some kind of spirit who's saying, get it done. You can do it. We are there behind you.
He believes that he is what he is because of his faith, his religion. Well, first of all the hard work he puts in. But like before all the hard work, he's like, it's God's grace. And like we've been in like some pretty tough situations, and like right after those situations, like he has come straight to the temple and like has sat in there, and like it's helped him. So I believe it. I believe him. I see, honestly, the purpose of these kind of spaces is just for it to be a safe space for yourself. Like you need to go in there, you need to spend time with yourselves. Like even if there's other people present with you, cut that off. Like you're in this like spiritual sanctuary where like you have like this like literally like a physical connection with like something that's there that has been made for the purpose of like good vibes, good energy, like to kind of balance your chakras. Like the goal is for it to be a safe space, is what it is.
In olden days, the sun is a god, okay, earth is a god. We have seen everything as a god, okay. Whatever is in the nature, we are seen as a god. So that means it is all Panchabhutas. We have all created from Panchabhutas. That is what we believe from the beginning. How you can understand the modern architectural principle and also taking the essence from our Vedas, merging it together, that is important. That is a contribution from our generation, and taking a same thing what they have built, our ancestors have built as physical thing, that is not going to be a contribution to the next generation. We should see how we can interpret those things in a modern way, and how it will help us, how it will benefit with the proof of science background.
For me, this entire journey of getting to know people, to getting to understand people from other walks of life, all these things help me gain a lot of knowledge. And for me, that was spiritual. If you ask me what spiritual awakening I had during this project, I would say the knowledge that I've gained. We were always on the edge of anything in particular. Like anything could change in an instance. You never know where what was placed or where it had to be placed. But this was the beauty of this project. I don't think if we would have received all this information from the start, this would have been the outcome. I strongly do believe that. The spontaneous nature of this project made it so beautiful. As designers, to see the paper convert to reality and to see this paper convert to reality, I'll never forget it.
Oh my god, what a vision. You need like skills like to do something so like articulate. It's not easy. So I like the appreciation I have for the craftsmanship is like mad. It's insanity. My dad's passion and feeling like it's all him. It's like his blood, sweat, tears. So I'm really like, it touches, like I'm proud of it being like part of my kind of life. So when I like first step foot in the temple, jaw drop. Like I see the pond, I see all the idols surrounding the pond. I like kind of like I am a spiritual person to a certain extent. So like I felt like some sort of energy the minute I like stepped in there. If you go in there, whether you believe it or not, go in there with an open mind. It will change the way you see things and the way you experience things once you get out of the temple. Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram.
People are asking in Vedas and Upanishads and all, who am I? The people are getting an answer from that. Because as per our Agama Shastra also, when we connect Agama Shastra into this, so there should be a kind of a light which should fall on the idol, then it should be connected to the ground, ground should be connected to the water. That is how the whole structure, how whole energy has been created in a temple. There is a kind of a human subtle energy which will form. Every time it's a different experience, depends on the different person. But ultimately, they're feeling that is something energized. Similar way, here also it is forming a human subtle energy. That's why whenever we are entering a temple, we have a different feeling. Every time we have a different feeling. As soon as you enter to the dark, and you will forget all the physical world and you will start only to see the lingam there. Whenever they talk about the temple, I'll just go blank, and it's really an emotional thing. And it is like a completely, the nature has supported me, it is. So entire, the energy has given me a power to create such kind of a marvelous.
I go literally blank when I'm in front of the deity.
महादेव 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 महादेव.
Leave me in a space where, as if I've fallen into their lap. Completely surrendered before the Lord.
Mahadeva, 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 Mahadeva.
What was the reason for Lord Shiva to give me the ability, to give me the courage to bring such a marvel into this world where you surrender yourself to the Almighty. Har Har Mahadev.
ಸೋಜುಗಾದ ಸೋಜು ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮಾದೇವನಿ